Want dis ons land, dis ons taal, en sonder soek kan ons gaan stories maar wil lewe in die tuine hooggebou uit sand, die helde see en die goue straat, die landskap wat oor generasies vertel, die harte wat in ritme met die golwe val. Ons land, ons taal.
Goeiemôre op 'n koel woensdagoggend, 24 Junie. Ek is Elvira Hatting en ek kuier vandag saam met julle in Kletskompas. Nou ja, ons het gisteraand laat die nuus gekry dat Namibië se aantal positiewe COVID-19 gevalle nou op 72 staan. Ek dink dit is belangrik om te onthou, hierdie is nie noodwendig van die verslapping van die inperking nie. Hierdie gevalle moes reeds aangesteek het tydens die fase waar die inperking meer streng was. Nietemin kan ons sekerlik verwag om in die volgende dae en weke 'n skerp toename te sien. Net die tyd sal leer. Bly ingeskakel vir meer nuus. Dan nou vandag by my is Francoise Steynberg. Welkom Francoise.
Goeiemôre Elvira, goeiemôre kykers.
Nou ja, ek dink ons het ook 'n interessante koerant vir oggend Francoise.
Baie lekker.
Baie lekker. Groot in die nuus is dan nou die arbeidsregulasies wat aangekondig is vir die inperkingstydperk wat dan nou as ongeldig verklaar is deur 'n volbank regters gister.
Ja.
So dit beteken werkgewers mag dan nou soos onder normale omstandighede werknemers aflê indien nodig en hulle mag hulle salarisse dan nou soos in die wet staan vir 'n kort tydjie verminder.
Ja.
Ons weet ons almal gaan deur ekonomiese tye en ek dink dit sou redelik onregverdig wees as werkgewers dan nou die hele gelag moes betaal.
Ja. Dit het baie gevolge, baie groot gevolge.
Dit het.
Hierdie hofbeslissing.
Absoluut. Ek dink dit is in sekere opsigte dalk beter dat sakeondernemings oorleef. 'n Mens kan altyd weer 'n werk kry, maar as hulle begin ondergang,
dan is daar nie werk nie.
Dan is daar nie werk nie, dan is daar nie 'n toekoms nie. Dan nou ook interessant die NTTU, die taxivakbond wat dan nou wil hê die verhogings in taxitariewe moet bly. Ja, ons almal betaal lyk my maar duurder. Dit sal interessant wees wat dan nou hier uit voorspel.
Ja, dit hang ook af wat met die petrolprys gaan gebeur.
Ja.
Want soos ek verstaan is die olieprys besig om te styg. So ek wonder of ons 'n verhoging, brandstofverhoging kan verwag in Julie. Dit is wat hulle voorspel. Ja. So
inderdaad nie maklike tye wat
moeilike tye, oorlewingstyd.
Francoise, bladsy 2, ek dink iets om van kennis te neem is wat dan nou die minister van Justisie gesê het dat ons moet onthou, ons mag nie ander mense se COVID-19 status sonder hul toestemming bekend maak nie. Ek mag nie sê Jan, Piet of San het COVID-19 nie.
Nee, jy mag nie sê Jan, Piet of San het HIV vigs nie.
Ja.
So jy mag ook nie sê hulle het COVID-19.
Ja, dit gaan oor regte en dit gaan oor wat hulle noem dokter en pasiënt vertroulikheid. So ek dink 'n mens moet steeds daardie ding respekteer.
Ja.
Dit het natuurlik sy gevolge en sy impak, maar belangrik om van kennis te neem dat mens nie onnodig in die moeilikheid nie.
Ja.
Jy het dan nou 'n heerlike artikel hier op bladsy 3. Ons eie skrywer Zip van den Berg wat dan nou hierdie groot literêre prys.
Ek is so ongelooflik trots op die eerste Namibiese skrywer ooit wat hierdie groot W.A. Hofmeyer prys ingepalm het. Dit is dan Zirk van den Berg wat gebore is in Namibië en nou in Auckland in Nieu-Seeland bly vir sy boek Ek wens. Nou ek het die boek gelees Ek wens in 2 aande sommer.
Ja.
Dis 'n dun boekie. Hy noem dit 'n stadsprokie. Hy het meegeding met reuse skrywers soos Etienne van Heerden en Corneels Breitenbach.
Ja.
Etienne van Heerden het al hierdie prys 4 keer gewen.
Jo.
Ja, so hy is absoluut stom geslaan dat hy hierdie prys gewen het. En so nederig en beskeie.
Jy kan nie dink nie.
Maar dit is regtig 'n pragtige boek en ons kan regtig trots wees op Zirk. Hy skryf baie mooi.
Ja.
Dis al hoe ek hierdie boek kan beskryf, dis 'n baie mooi boek en dit is soos groot gif kom in klein botteltjies. Ja, dis hoe ek hierdie boek sal beskryf.
Ek het dit nog nie gelees nie, Francoise. Ek moet
Julle moet dit kry. Dit
sal
is
beslis.
Namibië ondersteun vir Zirk en natuurlik uit ander boeke wat in Namibië afspeel, 'n ander mens, die Vertes in, dis deel van sy hoogname preeks en Twee gevreed sou nou Julie uitgekom het, maar nou weens die drukkery wat staan, kon dit nou nie, so dit kom eers Augustus uit.
Okay.
So dit speel hier in die Kompas Hoogland in die Gamsberg af.
Wow.
Ja, wat 'n fantastiese skrywer op wie ons baie trots kan wees, ja.
Mens sien dan nou uit na sy boeke. Jy het ook baie interessant geskryf dan nou oor navorsing wat op slange gedoen is in die hoofstad.
Ja, dit is dan nou die Namibië Universiteit van Wetenskap en Tegnologie se biodiversiteitsnavorsingsentrum onder professor Morgan Haapfleisch.
Ja.
Hulle het oor 3 jaar vanaf Augustus 2015 tot Julie 2018 navorsing gedoen oor hoeveel slange is in Windhoek en omliggende gebiede verwyder. Dit is nogal skrikwekkend. 509 slange.
Dis baie.
Dis baie.
En dit lyk my dis ook meestal soos pofadders.
Pofadders is die een wat die meeste verwyder is, wat gevaarlik, en zebras. Ja. Nou in hierdie tydperk was daar geen ongevalle nie. Wel daarna. Ek het nie daaroor geskryf nie, omdat hierdie navorsers het 'n artikel ingestuur vir urban ecosystems.
Ja.
So dit gaan nou daarin gepubliseer word, wat ook, wat 'n wonderlike prestasie dat 'n wetenskapsnavorsing in 'n internasionale platform gaan gepubliseer word. Ja.
Wonderlik, ek dink ons moenie Namibië onderskat en ons moenie Namibiërs onderskat nie.
Presies.
Dit sluit amper aan by Zirk se tema van klein botteltjies gif, né?
Ja.
Francoise, baie dankie dat jy saam met my gekuier het. Jy gesels dan nou hierna dan nou ook met verteenwoordigers van B2 Gold.
Ja, Maak Dawe, die besturende direkteur van B2 Gold.
Okay.
Oor hulle maatskaplike beleggings, wat hulle korporatiewe maatskaplike beleggings in die land, wat 96 miljoen is. Dis verskriklik baie.
Ja, goeie bedrag om dan nou in die gemeenskap in te steun en terug te gee.
Ja.
Wonderlik. Dankie Francoise.
Baie dankie Elvira, dankie kykers. Well, welcome to Mr. Mark Dawe, Managing Director and Country Manager of B2 Gold Mine. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome here with us. Your first time in our studio.
It is. It's first time this one, yeah.
Yeah, we are so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
B2 Gold Mine, it's a mine, but you're a green mine.
Yes, we are. I believe we are. Yeah.
So you give a lot to the environment, but also recently you gave a big donation to the Prime Minister's office for COVID-19, 34 million and 6 million. Can you explain the amounts to us?
Yeah, let me first explain, when you say that we give a lot to the environment, I think whatever we give to the environment is given through communities. So we need to make that very clear that we don't just support conservation or the green economy per se, we support the communities that actually support that economy.
Yeah.
And that's really important for us to put that message across, because sometimes we get misunderstood. That's one of our 5 pillars of social investment that we do here in this country. The Rhino Bar Initiative and the COVID-19 initiatives, they all somehow blend together. The COVID-19 initiative was obviously a request from the Prime Minister's office that we support the emergency fund for COVID-19.
Yeah.
And I'm very pleased to say that our head office in Vancouver has agreed to an additional $34 million Namibian towards that fund, into that account, for targeted support programs. And that's on top of the $6 million that we've already committed towards the COVID-19 initiative. So that's $40 million Namibian that we've contributed towards COVID-19.
The 6 million was for projects like the Tippy Taps.
Yes, that's correct. It's social projects mainly to the private sector initiatives. So we're mainly directing our support through the development workshop, which is supported by the government. The government is very much in favour of all the social projects the development workshop have been busy with for some time under the auspices of the Chamber of Environment, NCE. And the social pillar of the Chamber of Environment has come up with probably one of the most important initiatives as far as this response is concerned, which is centered around hygiene and sanitation, especially in the informal areas where there is open defecation and lack of water for sanitation and hygiene. So that if and when, heaven forbid, the virus actually hits the informal areas of our country, not just in Windhoek, one of the most important things to prevent the spread is to ensure that we have high standards of hygiene and sanitation. So it's the Tippy Taps, it's latrines, vector-proof latrines throughout the entire country. So a lot of toilets that are being built at the moment. And we're focusing on areas where there is a very strong prevalence of informal squatter camp type developments and a complete lack of sanitation and hygiene. So we're building a toilet that has been designed to prevent transmission of disease, including hepatitis E and COVID-19.
Yeah, so it's not only COVID-19, it's also other diseases like hepatitis.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons we chose that as the main target of our support.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about COVID-19, it's obviously a very necessary thing for the hepatitis E outbreak that we've all heard about in this country, as well as the COVID-19.
This 34 million and 6 million for COVID-19, that's not all. You gave 96 million to other corporate social investments. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, look, it's together with the 40 million. So in total, our non-obligatory funding, in other words, it has nothing to do with taxes or royalties or levies that we're paying that is mandatory that we have to pay. So on top of that, my company's given around 100 million now with exchange rate to non-obligatory funding. And makes me really proud that we're so committed to supporting this country and other countries in which we operate, especially in the developing world, where this sort of funding is very necessary. And I think it's an example of how mining can be a key player in the economy. You know, if we had more mines in this country, I think that the country and the government would be far better off, and the natural, the green environment as well. So mining is not what it used to be. You know, I think. Yeah,
I think one of your sayings is, what you take out, you have to put back.
Yes, I've always said that. You've got to put back more than you take out of the ground. Yeah.
One of your great projects this year is the B2Gold Rhino Bar. I was there at the launch, and what a beautiful product. Gold is the commodity now. It's good to invest in gold now.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Yeah, so obviously when we started the project, we didn't know that COVID-19 would hit the planet. And that's been really good for us, because good for us in a positive way, obviously bad in so many other ways, and very sad in so many ways, especially for the people that have contracted it, and many have passed on. But I don't want to sound crass when I say it's been good for us. But the gold price has gone up because gold has always been a safe haven that people run to in times of crisis, and this crisis is no exception. So gold price has gone up significantly. We also have seen a weakening of the exchange rate. For an exporter, that's a very good thing. So for every US dollar, we get a lot more Namibian dollars. And then on top of that, we've got very good production. The mine is going extremely well. And the perfect storm with the three things coming together at once. You know, we always thought that they could never ever come together at once, but they have.
Yeah.
And so we're going to end up paying very high taxes this year, despite the fact that it's a fairly new mine and we haven't even paid off the initial investment yet. But we're paying a lot of money towards the government. And the Minister of Finance was very surprised when I told him how much we would be paying.
Sure.
But this, the Gold Bar Initiative has seen the windfall from the three things coming together: production, exchange rate, and price of gold. And so the initial value that we thought we'd be giving towards the community supporting rhino conservation in this country is a lot more
that's
than it was
good
going
news.
to be. So it's around.
So it's for the Save the Rhino Trust Namibia?
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
It's for the communities?
It's for the communities and all the NGOs and the government.
And the government.
The government's doing a fantastic job supporting rhino conservation there. I think it's been falsely reported in a lot of let's say publications, papers, that it's for SRT. It's not for SRT at all. SRT is one of the role players. It's IRDNC, it's for the rhino rangers, it's direct community support, and we've absolutely insisted all along that this money goes to the communities because they're the heroes. It's not the conservation organizations. They're critical role players in the conservation of what has become probably the most iconic species in the world, the endangered black rhino. But the heroes are really the communities, and for many years in my life, I've been dealing with them through various organizations. I go up to the Northwest often, and when you experience the passion that these guys have for conservation, and it's not just because they benefit from it, but they regard it as their own heritage. It's the wildlife there, and especially the rhinos that roam the area, are really considered to be, by the people, to be their own. They own them. And this has been a success of the CBNRM programs and the whole community-based conservation that Namibia has shown the world. Even advanced countries like Canada have learned that if you want to conserve a species, or whether it's fauna or flora, you've got to make sure that the communities benefit from it. If wildlife or the landscapes, pristine landscapes, are owned by the government, nobody looks after it. And this is where Namibia's been so successful.
Yeah, we are the leader.
We're the leaders.
In the field of environment.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dawe.
It's a great pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you visiting us.
Thanks for having me.
Ons land, ons taal.
Baie dankie dat julle dan nou vandag saam met ons gekuier het. Onthou asseblief van ons Gondwana kompetisie wat nog tot Sondag aan die gang is. Nou in hierdie kompetisie kan jy vir 4 persone 1 nag by die Etosha King Nehale Lodge wen. Nou om vir hierdie kompetisie in aanmerking te kom, moet jy die volgende vraag beantwoord. Wat kos jou Gondwana kaart en hoe lank is dit geldig? Nou, jy gaan jou antwoord met SMS na die nommer 51500. Die sleutelwoord is Gondwana, gevolg deur die antwoord op my vraag. Nou, dis 'n tweeledige vraag, so jy moet dus 2 antwoorde gee. Die Gondwana kaart kos dan nou $300 en dit is 5 jaar geldig. Dankie dat julle saam met ons gekuier het. Totsiens.
Ons land, ons taal.